Hey guys, good evening. Let's wait for 2 minutes for people to join in and then we'll start. Okay, cool guys. Let's start. Are we good? Can you all hear me? Any network issues, audio issues, video issues? Can you guys unmute yourselves? Do you guys have the right to do so?
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Okay. Hi, Shivam. You know about here.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, but
Hi, good evening, sir.
good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
गुड इवनिंग गुड इवनिंग चलो हो गया बेटा बस अब सब बोलेंगे तो 15-20 मिनट लग जाएगा चलो म्यूट कर दो खुद को आज हम करेंगे LR mixed sets logical reasoning mixed sets last time we did games and tournaments were we all there in the last session who was not there in the last session
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay you all were there let's resume from games and tournaments only okay give me one moment I'm opening the presentation. All right, I'm gonna share my screen now. You guys, please check and let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. Visible. Okay. So guys, look at this question. Just read it once. Take 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops, and then we're gonna solve this together. तब तक मैं अपना स्किन रूटीन कर लेता हूँ. क्या लगा रहे हो कुछ नहीं यार ये बोरो प्लस है My sister has told me she's a makeup artist. She's a celebrity makeup artist. तो उससे पूछा मैंने कि क्या करना चाहिए, सब स्किन रूटीन की बात करते हैं. तो she has suggested बोरो प्लस लगाओ. Nothing better than this. वो लगाता हूँ मैं सोने से पहले. ठीक है, चल स्क्रीन पे ध्यान दे, पढ़ इसको again. And I don't expect you guys to solve this कि पूरा समझ में आएगा. That's not the expectation. I want you to just read this once, twice, or thrice tops, and just get comfortable with what is going on here. ठीक है, objective is not for you to start solving these kind of questions, these level of questions immediately. अभी एक ही class हुई games and tournaments का, right? But I want to expose you to the level that you guys have to reach. You start building the thought process, right? So focus on the thought process. Okay, one more minute. Okay, 30 seconds more. जिसका होता जाए वो thumbs up दे देना. Done. Chalo, let's see. 16 teams have been invited to participate in the ABC Gold Cup cricket tournament. The tournament is conducted in 2 stages. In the first stage, the teams are divided into 2 groups. Each group consists of 8 teams, with each team playing every other team in its group exactly once. So initially there were 16 teams. We divided them into 2 groups of 8 each. Okay. So there are 8 teams here, 8 teams here. Each group consists of 8 teams, with each team playing every other team in its group exactly once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 teams are here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And every team plays against the other team exactly once. Can you tell me how many matches were played in this group? How many total matches were played in this group? Only 8 people are saying. 765. I don't think it's correct, but let's see. So, okay, it's correct. 1 to 7 over. So, what is happening here? This first team says that I'm going to play 1 match against team number 2, 1 match against team number 3, 1 match against team number 4, and so on. So, first team plays 7 matches. Second team also plays 7 matches. Third team also plays 7 matches. Fourth team also plays 7 matches. And there are 8 such teams. So will the answer be 7 into 8, 56? किसने बोला नहीं 56? Will the answer be 56? किसने नहीं बोला? चलो समझ में आता है बच्चों को ये. Answer will not be 56. Why? Because when team number 1 plays against team number 2, that is one match. Team number 1 plays against team number 3, that is second match, and so on. तो team number 1 ने 7 मैच खेले. अब टीम नंबर 2 उठी, उसने बोला मैं भी 7 मैच खेलूंगी. टीम नंबर 2 ने बोला मैं भी 7 मैचेस खेलूंगी whatever. Team number 2 says I have to play one match against team number 1, but that is already played and that is already counted here, right? So that means now new matches that team number 2 will play is going to be 6. Then team number 3 will wake up. And 3 will say that, oh no, I'm not going to be any different. I'll also play 7 matches, right? But 2 of the matches have already been played. One against team number 1, the other one against team number 2, and they've already been counted here, right? So now I'm going to play 5 more unique matches, and then 4 more, then 3 more, then 2 more, then 1 more. So here the answer is going to be 1 to 7, 6, 10, 15, 28 matches. So in group number 1, 28 matches in total were played. In group number 2, again, 28 matches in total were played. I'll take a pause here. If anybody has any doubts, this is a good time to ask.
सर
हम्म
सर ये 28 को 8C2 भी लिख सकते हैं ना?
कर दे यार, तेरे को वैसा समझ में आता तो
ओके सर.
कर. 8C2 8 टीम्स में से किसी 2 को उठा के मैच खिला रहा है. 8 into 7 upon 2, 28 वही आया ना.
यस सर.
ठीक है, चलो. So now 28 matches were played here, 28 matches were played here. Chalo, let's move forward now. Now, at the end of the first stage, the top 4 teams from each group advance to the second stage, while the rest are eliminated. So this was stage number 1. Okay, one second, let me insert a blank slide. So this was stage number 1. Stage 1, which is group 1 and group 2. There were 8 teams here. There were 8 teams here. Right? यहाँ से top 4 teams निकाली और यहाँ से भी top 4 teams निकाली. Okay, based on the scoring system. And like IPL, every team was asked to play a number of matches, numerous matches, right? Not just one opportunity. It's not like knockout, where you get just only one chance. If you are not able to perform, you're out. If you're able to perform, you move forward. As any, so you're getting multiple chances. Why? Because one team is getting to play 7 matches. So you have 7 opportunities to score well. Right? एक दो हार भी जाओ तो कोई बात नहीं, you still have a chance. So that's what happens. After the stage 1, 4 teams from group number 1 and 4 teams from group number 2, they advance to the next stage, which is stage number 2. Okay. And the remaining are eliminated. Now, the second stage comprises of several rounds. A round involves 1 match for each team. The winner of a match in the round advances to the next round, while the loser is eliminated. So in stage 2, what is happening? 4 teams here, 4 teams here. Now, everybody will get 1 opportunity only, is what the question is telling me. Right? A round involves 1 match for each team. The winner of a match in the round advances to the next round, while the loser is eliminated. The team that remains undefeated in the second stage is declared the winner and claims the Gold Cup. Now, the tournament rules are such that each match results in a winner and a loser with no possibility of a tie. So there's no match where there's a tie that has happened. Either it's binary, it's 0 or 1, right? You either lose or you win a match. In the first stage, a team earns 1 point for each win and no points for loss. So 1 point to win and 0 for loss. At the end of the first stage, teams in each group are ranked on the basis of total points to determine the qualifiers advancing to the next stage. Ties are resolved. If a tie happens, ties are resolved by a series of complex tie-breaking rules so that exactly 4 teams from each group advance to the next stage. So if a tie hota bhi hai, then there are some tie-breaking rules for every match so that every match results in a win or a lose. Okay. So we're talking about stage number 2. Stage number 2 is this. The second stage comprises of several rounds. There are going to be several rounds. Round number 1, round number 2, number 3, round number 4, and so on. Okay. A round involves one match only for each team. Right. Now, after moving to stage 2, every team, right, there are 4 teams here and the 4 teams here. They only get one chance. Right. So the stage 2 has 8 teams now. Right. And each team gets one chance. So that means it's a knockout tournament now. It's a knockout stage. Okay. इस केस में there was point system. Stage 1 में there was point system. You're getting multiple opportunities. In knockout, you're not getting multiple opportunities, just one opportunity. Okay. The winner of a match in the round advances to the next round, while the loser is eliminated. The team that remains undefeated is declared the winner and claims the gold cup. Okay, guys, anybody, any doubts? So stage number 2 में, stage number 2 में क्या होगा? There are 8 teams, so team number 1, team number 2, team number 3, team number 4 will play against team number 5, team number 6, team number 7, team number 8, like this. Right? It's not given here, but because I'm going to see the question gives me more details about this. But if not, I'm going to assume this to be this, right? Because this is how knockout works. And then in round 1, again, 1 plays against 8, team number 2 plays against 7, 3 against 6, 4 against 5, right? So 4 teams are going to win, 4 are going to lose. Okay, then round 2 is going to happen. Will happen between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, 2 teams are going to win, 2 teams are going to lose. Then round 3 will happen, 1 against 2. 1 team is going to win, 1 team is going to lose. There's no round 4. Okay, guys, I'll take a pause here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. If not, then give me a thumbs up, please. Is clear? Look at the first question. Tell me what you think is the answer.
सर राउंड 2 का एक बार समझा देंगे?
क्या?
सर राउंड 2 का एक बार फिर से बता देंगे आप?
नहीं सर, मैं राउंड 2 में
सर राउंड 2 का मतलब 4-4 तो हो गया, उसके बाद
4-4 हो गया ना, समझ। देयर आर 8 टीम्स जो कि प्रोग्रेस कर रही हैं स्टेज 2 में। स्टेज 1 समझ में आया?
हाँ स्टेज 1 आ गया।
ठीक है, मतलब 8 teams are progressing to stage 2. The question is saying that the stage 2 is such that every team gets just one match to play. At least, right? If
Okay.
you win, you're going to move forward. If you lose, you're out. So what is this round? Knockout. Right? Wimbledon देखता तू?
नहीं
French Open,
नहीं
Australia Open, US Open.
नहीं टेनिस का कुछ नहीं।
टेनिस का कुछ नहीं देखता। बट समझ में आता तेरे को कि नॉकआउट होता क्या है?
नॉकआउट, यस, मतलब हार गए तो बाहर, जीत गए तो आगे।
Exactly, right? Knockout, ये Wimbledon, US Open में there are always every year there are 128 players who come to play. Now they cannot give multiple opportunities to each player, right? What they say is that 128 इसको 2 हिस्सों में बांटो, 64, 64, टॉप 64, बॉटम 64. अब इनको आपस में भिड़ाओ, हर एक प्लेयर को। 1 को 128 से भिड़ाओ फर्स्ट मैच, सेकंड को 127 से भिड़ाओ सेकंड मैच, एंड सो ऑन. Now you all get one opportunities, right? अगर इसको आईपीएल की तरह खेलेंगे then 128 प्लेयर्स को कितने सारे मैच खिलाने पड़ेंगे, right? So they say that if you win, you advance. If you lose, you're out, right? There's no second chance in life of Grand Slams. ठीक है? Likewise, this question is indirectly telling you that this is a knockout tournament, which is 8 teams progress ahead, progress in stage 2 to stage 2, and then each team is played once against the other. And then if you win, you advance, you lose, you get knocked out. That is what we've done here. So it's stage 2, the multiple rounds that will be played. In round number 1, rank number 1 will play against rank number 8. Rank number 2 will play against rank number 7, and so on. Right? And if you win, you move forward. If you lose, you're out of the tournament. Then you'll get another chance. One will now play against rank number 4. If everything goes well, there's no upset that is happening. Then again, if you win, you move forward. If you lose, you're out. Then round number 3 में again this player will play against this player. If you win the gold cup. If you lose, you're out of the tournament. समझा?
ठीक है, ओके।
63. 2 I ध्रुव शर्मा। ये भाई ये इमेजिनरी नंबर में तू नंबर ऑफ मैचेस खिला रहा है भाई। पक्का इंजीनियर है ना तू? 28 तो नहीं है इसमें। 63 45 ओहो आकांक्षा अग्रवाल। और ये कौन था ऊपर 28 वाला? और 2I वाला ध्रुव शर्मा। अदिति तान्या, ध्रुव जी और आकांक्षा जी जरा देखिए स्क्रीन पे। स्टेज नंबर 1 में कितने मैचेस खेले गए थे? स्टेज नंबर 1 में 2 ग्रुप्स बनाए गए थे, ग्रुप नंबर 1, ग्रुप नंबर 2। ग्रुप नंबर 1 में देवर 8 टीम्स ने आपस में कितने मैचेस खेले थे? अभी हमने देखा था सॉल्व करते हुए 28 मैचेस। तो ग्रुप 1 में 28 मैचेस वर प्लेड। ग्रुप 2 में अनदर 28 मैचेस वर प्लेड। सो स्टेज 1 में 28 + 28 56 मैचेस वर प्लेड। So how can your answer be less than 56? The answer has to be greater than 56, which is 63. Let's validate that also. So stage 1 में there were 56 matches. Stage 2 में there were 3 rounds. 1, round number 2, round number 3. Round number 1 had 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. Round number 2 had 1, 2, 2 matches. Round number 3 had 1 match. So 4 + 2 + 1. So 56 + 4 + 2 + 1, which is equal to 63, and that's my answer. Aditi Tanya, Akansha Agarwal, and Dhruv. Right. Hmm. Sure. Let's look at this question. Check it out. It's a tricky question. Paro, take 2 minutes, then we'll solve this. Hey guys, 1 more minute. 7, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we'll see. It's a very interesting question, cat level question.
Excuse me, sir. I have a doubt.
बोलो.
Sir, in the last to last slide, when you were explaining about the 56 matches, there you said that each player will play, like there were eight members, so each player played 7 matches, so it was 56. But before that, you were explaining like A played 7 matches and B played 6 matches. So in that way, 56 won't come. So
Unique,
how are we bringing 56?
unique matches. तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप, मैं और झलक अग्रवाल का लास्ट आंसर आया, तो आप, मैं और झलक अग्रवाल आपस में एक एक मैचेस खेलेंगे. ठीक है, बताओ कितने मैचेस खेलेंगे.
6 matches.
6 मैचेस खेलेंगे.
9 matches.
उत्तरी समझो. चलो झलक को छोड़ो, आप और मैं बात करते हैं. आप और मैं आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ एक मैच खेलेंगे. ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
तो हमने टोटल कितने मैच खेले. एक मैच खेला कि 2 मैचेस खेले.
8 match.
क्यों, आपका एक होना चाहिए, मेरा एक होना चाहिए, दो क्यों नहीं.
मतलब मैच एक ही है इसीलिए.
एग्जैक्टली, एग्जैक्टली. तो जब टूर्नामेंट ने डिसाइड करा कि अदिति और भाव के बीच में एक मैच होगा, तो ऐसा नहीं कि आप अपना एक अलग काउंट करोगे, मेरा अलग काउंट करोगे, हम दोनों के बीच में एक ही मैच हुआ है. तो व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड काउंटिंग फ्रॉम यू, आपने बोला मैं भावुक सर के साथ एक मैच खेल ली. अब पॉइंटर मेरे पे आया. मैंने बोला यार मैं तो खेल चुका हूँ ऑलरेडी अदिति के साथ, अब तो कोई नया मैच खेलने की जरूरत ही नहीं है मेरे को. सो देयर इज नो न्यू मैच दैट आई एम प्लेइंग. तो जो आप वो देख रहे थे 7 + 6 + 5 + 4 + 3 + 2 दोज वर यूनिक नंबर ऑफ मैचेस प्लेड. नाउ लेट्स कंसीडर झलक इनटू दिस इक्वेशन. ओके, नाउ देयर इज अदिति, देयर इज भावुक, देयर इज झलक. सब लोग आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ एग्जैक्टली वन मैच खेलेंगे. तो अदिति ने बोला सर पहले आप और मैं खेलते हैं. फिर अदिति ने बोला झलक को चलो हम भी एक मैच खेलते हैं. तो अदिति के 2 मैचेस हो गए. तो मेरे कितने हो गए अब तक, एक हो गया. झलक का भी एक हो गया. फिर पॉइंटर मेरे पे आया. मैंने बोला यार अदिति के साथ एक खेलना था, वो तो खेल चुका हूँ मैं ऑलरेडी, झलक के साथ खेलना रह गया. नाउ आई हैव प्लेड वन मैच मोर. दिस इज अ यूनिक मैच. दिस वाज नॉट काउंटेड हियर. दिस वाज काउंटेड ऑलरेडी हियर. दिस वाज काउंटेड ऑलरेडी हियर. राइट. नाउ भावुक प्लेड वन मैच अगेंस्ट झलक. चलो अब झलक पे पॉइंटर आया. झलक ने बोला मुझे अदिति के साथ एक मैच खेलना था, इट्स ऑलरेडी काउंटेड. मुझे भावुक सर के साथ एक मैच खेलना था, इट्स ऑलरेडी काउंटेड. Right, so there is no new match that I'm playing now. So total number of matches played was 2 + 1 + 0, which is equal to 3. समझाया अदिति.
यस सर समझ आ गया.
दिस क्वेश्चन की तरफ देखो.
लेकिन उस क्वेश्चन में अ, जो आपने बताया 7 6 उसको काउंट नहीं करना है क्योंकि
सेम चीज ना, देखो यहाँ पे भी हमने 2 + 1 + 0 करा. लाइक वाइज
हम्म,
उसमें ज्यादा प्लेयर्स हैं तो 7 + 6 + 5, तो एक कम होता जा रहा है यूनिक मैचेस में. यहाँ पे भी देखो 2 से शुरू किया था, फिर 1 हो गया, फिर 0 हो गया. समझे.
अच्छा ये क्वेश्चन नहीं था मेरा. मतलब वो समझ लेंगे कैसे कि किधर यूनिक नंबर ऑफ मैचेस को काउंट करना है और किधर नॉर्मली 7 और किधर 7 × 8 करके आंसर निकालना है.
समझना क्या है इसमें, रट्टा थोड़ी मारना है, ये लॉजिक है ये तो. इसमें क्या नहीं समझ में आया, जो मैंने तुम्हें समझाया वो लॉजिक समझ में आया, बस वही अप्लाई करना है.
हाँ ओके.
अभी जब हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, so there is a shortcut to do it, which is 8C2, 8 number of total teams and 2 matches. I mean, 2 teams have to play at once. So 8C2 हो जाएगा, आंसर हो जाएगा 28. और रट्टा क्यों मारना है? समझ ये क्या क्वेश्चन है कि सर कैसे पता लगाएंगे कब लगाना है? तो लॉजिक लॉजिक अगर समझ में आ गया तो देन यू नो व्हेन इट इज टू बी अप्लाइड. रट्टा थोड़ी मारना है अपन को. ओके,
Yes, sir.
चलो लेट्स सी. Now let's see what is going on here. The minimum number of wins needed for a team in the first stage to guarantee its advancement to the next stage. The question is a bit tricky. Okay, 1 second. Samjho what the question is saying, and most of the people have responded. 7, 5, 4. सब गलत है. ठीक है, we'll see. How many sixes are there? 1. Oh, there's only 1 6. Wow, I'm impressed. कौन है? प्रंजल. चलो बढ़िया भाई. क्वेश्चन का मतलब समझो. कौन समझाएगा इस क्वेश्चन का मतलब? प्रंजल ही समझाएगा. चलो इसका आंसर 6 आया. प्रंजल, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड जस्ट एक्सप्लेन दिस क्वेश्चन टू अस. प्रंजल जी, यार ये कुछ बच्चे होते हैं बस आके मैसेजेस करके निकल जाते हैं. दे डोंट रियली पार्टिसिपेट. इज देयर एनीबॉडी हु वांट्स मी टू, आई मीन हु कैन एक्सप्लेन दिस क्वेश्चन? द मोर यू एंगेज द मोर यू लर्न यार. मतलब व्हाई डू यू फील शाय इन पार्टिसिपेटिंग? P2P लर्निंग करो ना यार लाइफ में. ओ, प्रंजल कह रहा है गेस रैंडमली. बहुत बढ़िया. और कोई समझाना चाहेगा? सिंपल इंग्लिश यार.
Sir, can I
बोलिए.
explain, sir? Sir, maximum number of win, like one can get is 7 matches they can win at a go,
Mhm.
and the next person, like if A wins all the 7 matches, and B will have the chance to win only the 6 matches, because
Mhm.
already it will be lost to one. Like only one in a team can win all the 7 matches. B
Mhm.
can win 6 matches,
Mhm.
and the third team, it could have lost to one team, so it can, the other two teams has to win 5 matches each.
Mhm.
So
तो
minimum will be 5 to enter the top 4, sir.
चलो लेट्स सी. पहले क्वेश्चन समझते हैं. I asked you to explain the question, not to explain the answer. Let's see. The minimum number of wins needed for a team in the first stage to guarantee its advancement to the next stage. The question is saying कि कम से कम, right? I don't know if everybody is comfortable with Hindi, but I'll repeat it in English also. कम से कम कितने मैचेस जीतने चाहिए फॉर एनी टीम टू गारंटी, मतलब गारंटी भाई इसके बाद कोई ऐसा कोई चांस नहीं है, कोई तुमने लूप नहीं छोड़ा कि तुम अभी भी पीछे रह जाओगे. अगर तुमने कम से कम इतने मैचेस जीत लिए, 4 5 6 whatever the number is, then you are guaranteed to move to the second stage. That is what the question is asking you to find out. The minimum number of wins that you need in the first stage so that you're guaranteed to move to the next stage. Nobody can challenge you. Okay. So in this case, what we'll do is we'll first try to find out the maximum number of wins with which a team still cannot advance to the second stage. Right? Let's say there are 8 people: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. I say let's look at the top 5 teams. मैंने बोला ये top 5 teams now we know that 4 teams have to move forward. Okay. But look at this top 5 teams. Can I create a situation in which all these 5 teams, these top 5 teams, have equal number of points? In that case, what will happen? Nobody is guaranteed to move to the next round. Right? If I say that A, B, C, D, and E, they all have same score. Can you guarantee that A will move forward? No. Can you guarantee that B will move forward? No. Can you guarantee that C will move forward? No. A tiebreaker will happen after this, which is what the question also explained to you initially. If a tie happens at the team level, at the score level, that is when some tiebreaker rules are there. So if A, B, C, D, E have equal number of points, can you guarantee that either A or B or C or D will E will move to the next stage? You cannot guarantee. You know that 4 out of these will move forward, but which 4 you cannot guarantee. Yes or no? So far, so good.
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any doubts in this understanding? ये cat level understanding है guys. So ask me questions if you want, but I'm expecting a lot of people to get confused here. So if everybody says yes, that means मैं गलत पढ़ा रहा हूँ.
सर इसमें मुझे ये नहीं
नहीं
समझा
बोलो.
कि टाई ब्रेकर वाला केस हम क्यों कंसिडर कर रहे हैं.
Okay. Ties are resolved by a series of complex tie-breaking rules so that exactly 4 teams from each group advance to the next stage. Match level पे अगर tie नहीं होगा तो stage level पे tie हो सकता है, is what this statement was telling you. Right?
सर बट क्वेश्चन में स्पेसिफिकली कुछ मेंशन नहीं किया है ना कि कहीं पे टाई हो रहा है.
तो
फिर लाइक
question
ये
is not
वाला
going to give you
is
question. This
considered.
question is not going to give you this complete information कि exactly कहाँ का हो रहा है. तो question थोड़ी बनेगा ये cat का. This is a possibility question. This is a probability question. कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. You have to imagine it. Can a tie happen? Yes. Not at the match level. I'm not saying कि टीम नंबर 1 को टीम नंबर 2 से भिड़ाया और टाई हो गया. उसके बारे में कुछ नहीं दिया गया what to do next. But stage level पे टाई हो सकता है is very clear here. Ties are resolved by a series of complex tie-breaking rules so that exactly 4 teams from each group advance to the next stage. So there's a possibility that 5 teams are stuck in a tie. And then some tie-breaking rules are applied. And that is how we decide 4 people or 4 teams will move forward. But 5 teams can get stuck in a tie. It's a possibility. So now,
सर सेकंड पैराग्राफ के फर्स्ट लाइन में लिखा है कि टाई पॉसिबल नहीं है.
क्या लिखा है? अरे each match cannot result in a tie. And ये स्टेज के टाई की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. सुन ध्यान से. कौन था ये? श्रेयस.
यस सर.
श्रेयस तू और मैं मैच खेल रहे हैं. क्वेश्चन कह रहा है कि हम दोनों का मैच टाई में नहीं हो सकता, एंड हो सकता है. बिल्कुल सही बात है. लेकिन हम स्टेज 1 के पार्ट है. ठीक है. तो स्टेज 1 से 4 टीम्स आगे निकलेंगी. एक श्रेयस की टीम है, एक भाव की टीम है, एक अनंत तान्या जो भी नाम था उसका, एक और एक और एक और एक और एक और 8 टीम्स हैं. 8 टीम्स में से 4 टीम्स ही आगे निकल सकती हैं. बट अगर 5-6 टीम्स अगर टाई में फंस गई, देन देर आर टाई ब्रेकिंग रूल्स so that exactly 4 teams from each group advance to the second stage. So tie can happen at the stage level, but tie cannot happen at the match level, is what this interpretation is of this.
यस सर.
Okay. Chalo. Now, 5 teams are stuck in a tie. ठीक है. 6 teams cannot be in a tie. We'll discuss that. जिसका किसी का comment आया. Right now, in 5 teams में से we have to make sure that 4 move forward as per the rule of this tournament. कि भैया कुछ भी tie breaking rule लगाओ लेकिन 4 को आगे बढ़ाओ. लेकिन 4 को आगे बढ़ाने से पहले 5 can be stuck in a tie. Right? This is what we're talking about. And why we took 5? Why not 6? Why not 7? Right? I'll leave it to you. क्या 7 teams का tie हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता. क्या 8 teams का tie हो सकता है? नहीं हो सकता. Right? And also I need to maximize the score given to each. Right? We'll come to that. आराम से take it at a take it in a, I would say, stage-wise process. Don't try to take everything in. First things first. ठीक है. 5 teams का tie करा, 4 को आगे बढ़ाना है. ठीक है. Now to maximize the points of these top 5 teams, what am I going to do? I'm going to say that each of these top 5 teams wins the match against bottom 3 teams. So when A plays against F and G and H A wins all these 3 matches. So A को मिले 3 points. Likewise, when B played against F, G, and H, B won all the matches. When C played against F, G, and H, C won all the matches. When D played against F, G, and H, won all the matches. Likewise, E won all the matches. So, जब F, G और H टॉप 5 के साथ मैच खेलने गए तो सारे मैचेस हार गए. ठीक है, I'll take a pause here. Anybody has any doubts? Again, this is not the complete explanation, but यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया कि how are we making sure that the top 5 teams get the maximum scores? ठीक है. Now A will also have to play match against B, C, D and E. ऐसा थोड़ी कि F, G, H के साथ खेल कर ही आगे बढ़ा वो. राइट, 7 मैचेस खेला टोटल वो. राइट, 3 खेला F, G, H के अगेंस्ट, 4 अभी भी बचे हैं.
Sir, you
हाँ.
have taken five team members to explain the question, or it is in the process of understanding the question. I mean, it is a part of the question.
Part of the question. It's part of the question. Why? Because हमें 4 को आगे बढ़ाना है, तो मैं कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करने के लिए 5 में टाई क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ. राइट, मैं 3 क्यों नहीं ले रहा?
So,
क्योंकि भाई आगे तो 4 को बढ़ाना है, तो एक को कहीं से सिलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा. मैं क्या
madam,
चाहता
we could have taken 6 or 7 as well.
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली, अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन सेइंग फाइंड द मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ विंस. आपका क्या नाम है? आदित्य तान्या. मिनिमम आप कम से कम कितने मैचेस जीतो कि आपका आगे बढ़ना गारंटीड है. मैं कह रहा हूँ उसको भूल जाओ अभी. अब ये बात करते हैं कि मैक्सिमम कितने मैचेस जीतो और तब भी गारंटी नहीं मिल रही आगे बढ़ने की. तो मैंने क्वेश्चन को फ्लिप कर दिया. राइट, कि भाई मैक्सिमम इतने मैचेस जीतो और तब भी गारंटी मिल रही है आपको आगे बढ़ने की. उसमें मैं अगर एक मैच और बढ़ा दूं, दैट इज व्हेन द आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चन इज गोना बी फाउंड आउट. ठीक है, तो मैक्सिमम कितने मैचेस जीतो और तब भी आगे नहीं बढ़ो, और मैक्सिमम मैक्सिमाइज करना स्कोर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपके पास 10 किलो आटा है, आपको उसको मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ, मतलब आपको मैक्सिमाइज करना है टू बी गिवन टू ईच पर्सन. तो एक को दोगे तो मैक्सिमम मिलेगा कि दो को मिलेगा? दो को दोगे तो मैक्सिमम मिलेगा, या 3 को दोगे तो मैक्सिमम मिलेगा, 4 को दोगे तो मैक्सिमम मिलेगा, या 5 को, या 6 को, या 10 को. अगर एक इंसान को दोगे तो उसको मैक्सिमम मिलेगा आटा, 10 किलो का 10 किलो. अगर तुम 2 लोगों को दोगे तो 5 5 देना पड़ेगा, 3 को दोगे तो 3.5 टाइप्स देना पड़ेगा, 4 को दोगे तो 2.5 देना पड़ेगा. राइट, तो मैंने बोला एक को कितना मैक्सिमम दे सकते हो? आपने बोला सर एक ही रखो आप, एक ही को 10 किलो दूंगी मैं. लाइकवाइज इन दिस क्वेश्चन आई एम सेइंग कि मैक्सिमम आपको कितना स्कोर दूं मैं, राइट, और तब भी गारंटी नहीं आगे बढ़ने की. यू विल से कि सर टॉप 5 को उठाओ. राइट, टॉप 5 में कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट करेंगे, नॉट टॉप 6 और नॉट टॉप 7 और नॉट टॉप 8. वाई? बिकॉज अगर 8 को दूंगा मैं, देखो टोटल पॉइंट्स तो सेम ही है. There are 28 matches played in group 1. So there are 28 points to distribute. ठीक है, अब 28 पॉइंट्स टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट और मुझे हर किसी को मैक्सिमम देना है, तो मैं मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ पीपल रखूंगा सो दैट दे गेट मैक्सिमम नंबर ईच. अगर मैं सबको इक्वल दे दूंगा, 8 टीम्स को बोलूंगा कि सबको सर आप दे दो इक्वल, और सबको आप मैक्सिमाइज करने की कोशिश करो, तो सबको कम कम मिलेंगे, क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ टोटल पॉइंट्स इज कांस्टेंट ओनली विच इज 28. So if I'm reducing the number of people who are getting these points, then each will get the maximum. समझ में आ रहा है कि मतलब निकल रहा है सब?
Sir,
Yes, sir. समझ गई.
So
sir,
could you please explain in English? Okay, I'll try to stick to English as much as possible. Yes,
sir,
tell
I'm
me.
audible.
हाँ, बोलो बोलो.
सर ये आपने कहा था कि अगर हम 5 टीम का लें और
इंग्लिश
उसमें
में बोल, इंग्लिश में बोल. People have
so like you had said that in
difficulty.
case we take 5 teams, the case of 5 teams, and then we create a situation where they win against all the 3 remaining, so each of them get 3 points each.
Hmm.
But sir, in that case, we haven't considered like what happens between these 5.
तू भाई तुम मेरे को एक्सप्लेन करने का दे रहे हो, लिखा तो है मैंने यहाँ पे, ये भी आ
No,
रहा
sir,
था.
like A has won 3 matches, but then what about A and B, A, C, A, D,
मैं लिख
A?
तो रहा था ये, वही तो बता रहा हूँ, समझ. ये लिख तो रहा था जब किसी ने सवाल पूछ लिया बीच में, so I couldn't complete this.
Okay.
Coming to that. Sushita Reddy, sorry, I'll stick to English as much as possible. I just have this habit of switching to Hindi in between because I explain better in Hindi is what I understand. English में देख रहे हो ना तुम, जनता को नहीं समझ में आता English में. ठीक है, चलो. Now let's see. Now when A played against FGH, won all the matches. Against B, when B played against FGH, won all the matches. C played against FGH, won all the matches. So bottom three against, when I played all these top 5 teams, they won all the matches. So 3-3-3 guaranteed आएगा. Okay. Now, besides playing with bottom three, these players, these teams also have to play against each other. So every team will have to play 4 more matches. Right? In total, every team is playing 7 matches. 3 का तो हिसाब हो गया ये रहा. Now there are 4 more matches remaining. That is, A will have to play against B, A against C, A against D, A against E. Okay. Now see, how much can I give them? Again, I have to maximize the number of points for each of these teams. If I give everybody 1, this is not possible. Why? A is winning only 1 match against these 4. So that means A won against, say, B. So B lost. So A lost against C, A lost against D, A lost against D. Right? When B plays against A, again, the same match, B has lost. But B wins against C. That is, B gets 1 point. And then B will have to lose against D, B will have to lose against E. Right? In that case, I will not be able to maximize these scores, and this won't be possible. Okay? So what I'll do is, I'll give everybody 2 each. That is, I'll say that when A plays against these 4, A wins 2 matches. When B plays against these 4, B wins 2 matches, loses 2. C plays against these 4, C wins 2, loses 2. D plays against these 4, D wins 2, loses 2, and so on. In this way, each will get 3 plus 2, 5 marks, points each. And this is a maximum that I can give to these top 5 teams. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं दे पाओगे. If you try to make it 6, it will create a disturbance. 6 मतलब A wins 3 more out of this, and A loses only 1. Right? If A is losing only 1 and you were saying that everybody is getting 3, it's not possible. Right? So everybody loses 2, everybody wins 2. Equal. ठीक है? So this way, now each team gets 5 marks each, 5 points each. And these are top 5 teams that are getting 5 points each. Now, can you decide who is going to move forward? No. Why? Because A is getting 5, B is getting 5, C is getting 5 points, D is getting 5 points, E is getting 5 points. Now, what are those top 5 teams? Who are those top 4 teams who are going to move forward? I cannot decide. I need to go to the tie-breaking rule. Right? But what is this telling me is that you can score maximum of 5 and still not be guaranteed advancement to the next level. Right? Jabki 5 is a very good number. Out of 7 matches, I won 5. Still, I'm not guaranteed. If this happens, that is, if there are 4 more teams that score 5, it is a possibility. In this case, we 5 will be stuck in a tie-breaking thing. And somebody will have to come in and resolve it for us. Right? So I can score a maximum of 5 and still not be guaranteed admission or advancement. So what if 6? If I score 6, of course, I'll be guaranteed advancement to the next round. So what about 4? 4 may be guaranteed nahi hai. 3 guaranteed nahi hai. If I win 7, I'm guaranteed to the next level. But 5 एक ऐसा number है which looks very high. But with this high number of points also, I'm not guaranteed to move on to the next round. Okay? I'll take a pause here if anybody has any questions.
सर ये 3 और 2 वाला नहीं समझा कि मतलब पहले हमने 3 पॉइंट्स लिया सबका
इंग्लिश
फिर
में
2
बोल
लिया.
भाई, इंग्लिश में बोल.
हाँ सर, I didn't get this 3 and 2 points. Like first we took 3 and then we took 2 points. I didn't get this.
तो यही तो समझाया मैं तेरे को पिछले आधे घंटे में. तो वो यही नहीं समझ में आया तो फिर क्या समझ में आया तेरे को? स्क्रीन पे बता मेरे को. अगर 3-2 नहीं समझ में आया तो तू भी अलग मजे ले रहा है. In a way, you have asked me to repeat the whole thing. Chalo, let me repeat this whole thing to you. Question is the minimum number of wins needed for a team in the first stage to guarantee its advancement to the next stage. Right? Ki at least the minimum number that I need to score to be given a guarantee that I'll move to the next round. Right? You can say, sir, 7. I'll play 7 matches. I win 7. and I'll move on. I'll move to the next round. Yes, but this is the maximum that you can score. Is this the minimum required? No. Because if you win 7, then there's nobody who will compete with you because you have won all the matches against the other teams. Right? So you're guaranteed to move forward to the next round. Okay. What about 6? It can be the lowest. Cannot be the highest because highest will be 7. Right? Now, if I win 6, so that means I've lost one match against only one team. Okay. And can any other team score 6? They can. Right? There could be one more team who could have scored 6, which is by losing to me and by winning every other round, every other match, or by winning against me and losing against any other team, right? But is this guaranteeing me to the next round? Yes, it is guaranteeing you to the next round because there's no one else. I think there'll only be one more team that will be able to score 6. So they're guaranteed. So likewise, I have to find out the minimum number of points that I need to score. Right? 5, 4, 3. Minimum score that I need to be guaranteed advancement to the next round. What about 5? 5 के लिए calculate करना पड़ेगा if this is a guarantee or not. What about 4? इसके लिए calculate करना पड़ेगा if this is going to be a guarantee or not. Right? So if you move to this question a standard way, it's going to take a lot of time. Right? And it's going to create a lot of PNCs. So let's flip the question. Let's flip the question in a way that I say that what are the maximum points that a team can score and still not be guaranteed to next round. Okay. Now that is what we're trying to find out. The maximum points that one can score and still not be guaranteed. Now the rate teams. E, F, G, H in stage 1. Stage 1 में group 1. There are 8 teams. Likewise, group 2 में there are 8 teams, but I'm not concerned about group 2 here. Group 1 में there are 8 teams. Right? And every team plays 7 matches. Right? In total, there are 28 matches played. And we know that every match leads to either a win or a loss. There is no tie. At the match level, there's no tie. Okay. So either one team is winning or one team is losing. Or that team is losing. Okay. That means how many points are there to distribute? 28 points in group 1, stage 1. 28 points to distribute amongst these 8 teams. Okay. And I have to maximize the number of points that any team can score and not be guaranteed for advancement to the next round. Okay. Now there are 8 teams. There are 28 points. So 28 points is a constant value. Right? 8 teams is a variable for me. Right? I can do something like there's one team that has not won any match at all, which is team number H. Right? So 0 matches jeetne ko mile. I can do that. Or I can say that team number H won 1 match or team number H won 2 matches. So this is in my hands. There's a possibility. The reason this is a cat question. This is in my hands. I can control this, but I cannot control the maximum number of points or the total number of points in a stage. This is a constant value. Now to maximize the number of points to be given to each team and not be guaranteed to the next round. So what I'll do is there are 28 kgs of atta. Okay, to be distributed amongst 8 people. And I want to make sure that I maximize the atta given to each person and still not be guaranteed to the next round. So what I can get next round में जाने के लिए 4 teams चाहिए, right? Or to create a confusion कि भाई ये 4 लोगों में से कौन आगे जाएगा, what I can do is I can add one more team here who's scoring the same number of points. In that case, you'll be confused which team will move forward, which will not. Right? What about other 3? I'm telling them to be in bottom 3. I don't want these teams to be a part of this top 5. Top 5 will create a confusion. And why top 5? Why not top 6? Because 28 divided by 5 is a higher value than 28 divided by 6 or 28 divided by 7 or 28 divided by 8. Right? I want to create the maximum fraction value from 28 divided by whatever number I'm selecting here. So why not 4? अगर 4 कर लेंगे तो वो तो guarantee आगे बढ़ गए. वो तो question ही नहीं है. तो मुझे 5 चाहिए. Right? 28 points and there are top 5 teams and there are bottom 3 teams. Okay? These top 5 teams are A, B, C, D, E. Bottom 3 teams are F, G, H. और टॉप 5 टीम्स को मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ पॉइंट्स देने, ठीक है? हाउ विल यू गिव देम? गिव them maximum 28 divided by 5. What is the question? 5. What is the remainder? 3. ठीक है, so 5 teams can get 5 each. So इन सबको मैंने 5 each दे दिए, बच गए 3, वो इनमें बांट दो. 3 teams, how will they distribute 3 between themselves? I'll say there are multiple possibilities. F wins 1 match, G wins 1 match, H wins 1 match. They all get 1 each. Total is 3. Or F wins 2 matches, G wins 1 match, H wins 0 match. Again, total is 3. Or F wins 0 match, G wins 2 matches, H wins 1 match. There are multiple possibilities, but I don't care about them. All I know is that they will get 3 points to distribute between themselves. Top 5 teams will get 5 points to distribute between themselves. Okay? समझ में आया अभी तक?
हाँ सर, गॉट इट.
चलो, now A is carrying 5 marks, 5 points. B is carrying 5 points. C is carrying 5 points. D is carrying 5 points. And E is carrying 5 points. And they're happy. Like, अरे भाई, we won. Out of 7, we have won 5 matches. हमारा तो आगे बढ़ना guaranteed है. Right? But then the authorities tell them, captains tell them, अरे भाई, ए का कैप्टन आया रोहित शर्मा. रोहित शर्मा ने बोला यार हमें लग रहा था 5 is good enough. But there are 4 more teams who have scored 5. तो हमारा भी गारंटी नहीं है आगे बढ़ना. राइट, हम सिर्फ 4 ही आगे बढ़ सकती हैं, और हम 5 में से we have to select 4. Right, and who those 4 are going to be will depend on the tie breaking rules. Right, but right now, guys, don't celebrate. This is not the time to celebrate. We still have not advanced to the next stage. Guys, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
I need more people to confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right, तो रोहित शर्मा ने बोला गाइस क्या तुम शैंपेन पीने में बैठ गए हो अभी? राइट, दिस इज नॉट द टाइम टू सेलिब्रेट. वी स्टिल हैव दिस टाई ब्रेकिंग थिंग टू डू. विराट कोहली ने पूछा क्या बात कर रहा है यार, 7 में से 2 मैच हारे हैं बस अपन, हम वरना अभी भी आगे नहीं जा रहे. उसने बोला नहीं भाई, the 4 more teams who have won 5 more matches, 5 matches each. Right, so we are not guaranteed to advance to the next level. चलो, so that means विराट कोहली ने पूछा भाई तो कितने चाहिए थे to move to the next round? Guaranteed. रोहित शर्मा ने बोला यार एक मैच अगर और जीत जाते ना, गारंटीड आगे बढ़ते हैं. बिकॉज इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल that 5 teams score 6 each. Why? Because in that case, see, well, the total number of points is going to be 6 into 5, 30, but मेरे पास तो 28 points है stage में. So it's not possible for me to distribute 6 to each. Right? 5 में there was a possibility that others also scored 5, but अगर हम 6 जीत जाते तो guaranteed आगे बढ़ते, और किसी का 6 होता ही नहीं. राइट, अगर और किसी का 6 होता भी तो टॉप 4 का ही 6 होता, टॉप 5 6 नहीं हो पाता. राइट, तो if we had won 6 matches and there were other 3 teams also who had won 6 matches, that is when we were guaranteed to move forward. In that case, 6 into 4, 24 would have happened, and then the remaining 4 matches would have been played against bottom 4 teams. That is okay. Right, but right now, guys, we cannot celebrate. With 5 matches, we cannot celebrate. Right, so 4th, of course not. 5 not. 6 agar le aate, guaranteed we would have moved forward. And minimum pucha. So that is why 7 is not the answer. It's a maximum. Guys, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Sushita, ready? Clear?
Excuse me, sir. One doubt. Sir, I understood how you explained why 5 would be there. But since the question says the minimum number of wins needed for a team in the first stage to guarantee its advancement to the next stage, I am unable to relate this question to the answer. I mean, if you could just explain the question once, only the question.
Beta, we have to move to other sets also. I cannot stress on this one question more than 3 times. So watch the recording and bring your doubts in the next class.
Okay, sir.
Okay? I think I've explained multiple times already. Watch the recording once. I'm sure you'll be able to understand. Chalo. There's at least one more. So it's already 11. Shit. 1 hour we've done only one set. But okay, I think it was worth it. That was a very, very good set. And this is the level of cat. Right? This is where you are aiming to reach. And if this question appears in cat, this is going to be easy level question. तो समझो कहाँ जाना है तुम्हें भी लाइफ में. Okay. Okay, let's look at this set now. Quickly read this. Take 2 minutes. Let me know once done. And it's a very, very teda set. Right. So give yourself 3 minutes to read this. Okay, guys, let's see. In Wimbledon, again a Grand Slam tournament, okay? Knockout. छूटते दिमाग में आना चाहिए knockout. Wimbledon Grand Slam is a knockout tournament. Top 38 players of the world participate. These are seeded as 1 to 38. Seeded matlab ranked. Okay, don't get confused. Means ranked only. Based on the likelihood of winning the tournament, with seed number 1 being the most likely person, rank number 1 is the top rank, is the highest rank, right? So don't get confused when I say rank number 1, I mean highest rank. Rank number 38, lowest rank. Although number 38 is higher than number 1, but we say that rank number 38 is lower than rank number 1. Okay, rank mein alag chalta hai. Now, an upset is said to have occurred when a low seeded player defeats a player who is seated higher than him. So if rank number 38 defeats rank number 1, right? देखो रट्टा कैसे मारना है. Learn by rote. If rank number 38 defeats rank number 1, the Janta is upset. Why? They were there to watch someone like Djokovic to win the match, but rank number 38 won the match. So Janta is upset. They're not happy that the player has not won, their favorite player has not won. Right? So upset is called upset for the reason that if a lower seeded player, so bad ranked player, worse ranked player defeats a better ranked player. Okay, for example, a player seeded 12 beating a player seeded 9 is an upset, right? Rank number 12 is not as good as rank number 9. Rank number 9 is better. But if rank number 12 defeats rank number 9, then it is called an upset. Okay. And the first match, seed 1 is scheduled to play against seed number 38, and so on till seed number 19 plays against seed 20 in the 19th match. ठीक है, चलो अब वो हमें रूल्स भी बता रहा है. So match number 1. In the first match, seed 1 is scheduled to play against seed number 38 and so on. So seed number 1 plays against seed number 38. Match 2 will be against 2 and 37. Match 3 will be against 3 and 36. Match 4 will be against 4 and 35. Match 5 will be against 5 and 34 and so on. कब तक? जब तक 19th मैच नहीं हो जाता in which seed number 19 plays against seed number 20. मैं नहीं बोल रहा, क्वेश्चन कह रहा. So until seed 19 plays seed 20 in the 19th match. Okay. Now say that this is round number 1. Okay. Now quick question. How many matches are played in round number 1?
19.
19 matches are played. That means 19 winners are there because every match is a knockout match. Right? So 19 players move forward to the next round. Okay? Now, the teams losing their matches are knocked out of the tournament immediately. Okay? While winners advance to the next round. Okay. Next, there are no ties in the tournament. कोई match tie में नहीं होता. Okay? In the second round, see what happens. Now there are 19 players here. First round there were 38 players. Round 2 there are 19 players. Okay? Let's see what happens. In the second round, the players are again paired up to play out knockout matches. Now, without reading this paragraph, can you tell me what is the flaw here? Round 2 there are 19 players. Can you think or a brainstorm kar sakte ho? What is the flaw?
Sir, if two players play against each other, one will be left.
Correct. So, if you have watched a Grand Slam tennis tournament, एक player दूसरे players के against खेल रहा होता है, right? मैंने बोला round 2 there are 19 players. I'll be like, okay, one match can be against 2 people only. They cannot be against 3 people. Right? So मैं pairs बना लूंगा up till rank number 18. या players बना लूंगा for 18 players. There'll be one player that'll be left. Odd one out. उसका क्या करें? Now I'm expecting that explanation is going to be given to me. Let's see. This pairing is done in such a way that the top seeded player plays the bottom seeded player. Same. Right? Say 1 against 38 में 1 जीता, 38 हार गया. 2 against 37 में 37 हार गया, 2 जीत गया and so on. अगर ऐसा होता then top 19 players will move forward. Now 1 will play against 19, 2 will play against 18, 3 will play against 17, 4 will play against 16, 5 will play against 15, 6 against 14, 7 against 13, 8 against 12, 9 against 11, 10 बेचारा खेला रह जाता. Okay. This is when everything is going as planned, which is there's no upset that has happened so far. And every game and tournament, knockout tournaments, a question jab tum karo, you have to draw this. Assume that there's no upset happening when you're interpreting the set. When you move to the question, then a lot of possibilities are going to be there. But when you're interpreting the set, you draw something like this. Ideal scenario, how will it look like? Rank number 1 is winning against 38 because rank number 1 is better. 2 is winning against 37 because 2 is better. So what will happen if top teams, top players are winning, are advancing to the next round? Then हम changes करेंगे when we see the question. Okay, now let's see. The pairing is done in such a way that the top seeded player plays the bottom seeded player and so on. In any round, if the number of players are odd, here a number of players odd in this round. Let's see what happens. Then any one player is given a bye. There's no rule. Any one player can be given a bye. Okay. And the player who is given a bye is removed from the list and other players are paired up to play matches against each other. For example, in round number 2, there will be 19 players. Then round number 2, there are 19 players. So any one player can be given a bye and the rest 18 can be paired up to play matches such that the highest seeded player plays against the lowest seeded player. The second highest against the second lowest and so on. The same process is repeated in the subsequent rounds till the last round. The person in the last round is crowned as the champion. Okay, so now we know what happens when there are odd number of players in any round. Any one player can be given a bye. So can I draw anything further? No. Right? I could not draw this also because this is not what the scenario will look like. Because anybody can be given a bye. 10 can be given a bye or 19 can be given a bye. If 19 is given a bye, then 1 will play against 18, 2 against 17, 3 against 16, and so on. If 18 is given a bye, then 1 will play against 19, 2 against 17, 3 against 16, and so on. So I don't know that. Depends on who is given the bye. And who is that fortunate person who doesn't have to play a match in round number 2 to advance to round number 3. Right? I'll take a pause here. If anybody has any questions, please ask. If you don't have any questions, please let me know in the comment section box.
Sir, in the round 2, when you were explaining about 10 and 10, that we can not include 10 because if that won't be possible. But according to the statement, can you explain the statement to me? I mean, I cannot understand the language of the statement. In any round, if the number of players are odd, then any one player is given a bye.
इसमें क्या नहीं समझ में आया आपको? It's a very simple statement. What do you understand from the statement?
So the first half of this statement is understandable, but the second half, I cannot interpret anything.
Anything? कहाँ गया?
The one player is given a bye, as in one player is
Oh, you don't know
knocked out,
what bias? Do you know what bias?
not allowed to play.
नहीं. For example, Aditi, आप, मैं, और there's say one more player, Dhruv Sharma. Okay. We go out and we have to play a final match to be declared as a winner. ठीक है. तो मैंने बोला कौन खेलेगा मेरे साथ? तो आपने बोला कि सर पता नहीं, या तो मैं खेलूंगी या फिर ध्रुव खेलेगा. तो मैंने बोला यार मैं तो एक ही साथ खेल सकता हूँ बिकॉज नॉकआउट टूर्नामेंट. आई कैन नॉट प्ले विद टू प्लेयर्स. नॉट फेयर for me to play against two or to play against two players. If I win, I'll move to the final round. Right? If I win, I'll play one match before the final round. If I win, I'll move to the final round. And if you win, Aditi, you can move to the final round. हम में से एक जना आगे जाएगा, but what about the third person, Dhruv? वो automatically आगे चला जाएगा. If we both decide to play, so bye is given to a player who doesn't get to play in that round. So हम तीनों में से हम बोलेंगे अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बे बो करेंगे, और जिसके ऊपर बम्बे बो आएगा वो आगे बढ़ जाएगा, और बाकी दो आपस में मैच खेलेंगे सेमीफाइनल. So that is what a bye is. You're given a bye. Okay, bye bye. See you in the next round.
Okay, sir, got it.
Okay. Now what is happening in this context is that there are 19 players. Right now, every match is played against 2 players. So every match has even number of players. Right? And कितने भी matches खिला लूँ मैं, the total number of players will be even only to form pairs. I cannot form a pair between Aditi, Bhavuk and Dhruv. Right? That is why I said Dhruv तू बाय करके आगे निकल जा, Aditi और मैं खेलेंगे मैच. Right? हम दोनों सेमीफाइनल में एक ही मैच खेल पाएंगे. And either I will meet Dhruv in the final round or you will meet Dhruv in the final round. So Dhruv is given a bye. Likewise, in terms of any odd number of players, just any one player will be given a bye. So that means odd को even करने के लिए one player is removed from here and moved to the next round automatically. So bye bye, see you in the next round. So 19 minus 1 happens. Now there are 18 players. Can I form pairs with 18 players? Yes, I can. But could I have formed pairs with 19 players? I could not, because it's odd number of numbers. Samjhi, Aditi?
Yes, sir. Also, sir, one last question. The word bye, which is referred here, this word is used only in games like tennis, or is it only relevant in CAT for creating confusion?
नहीं, it is relevant to the game.
Okay, sir.
Again, I would suggest this thing to all of you. First, guys, start reading. Start reading a lot of newspaper. Start reading books. Books चलो छोड़ो. पहले newspaper. Create awareness. What will happen by reading newspaper? One, vocabulary. English automatically improve होगी. Reading अपने आप improve होगी. Third, awareness. Understand how these things are. You'll understand what Grand Slam tournaments are. You'll understand what Wimbledon is. Where is Wimbledon played? Where is French Open played? Where is US Open played? When does it happen through the year? These questions can be asked as a part of GK or as a part of any interview discussion. Next year, by this time, you'll be worrying about interviews. And if you don't know, if you cracked CAT, but you don't know what a Grand Slam is, it'll be caught there. And that will be not fair thing. That's not the right thing. Why? Because in this generation today, where there's no knowledge gap, there's an information gap khatam ho gaya with internet. A smartphone is in the hands of everybody right now. Right? Ab non-smartphones nahi reh gaye. So you cannot say I'm not aware of a certain thing, which is so basic. Right? So interviewer will find excuses to reject you because if you are scared, they're also scared. You are scared कि यार मेरे को एडमिशन देंगे नहीं देंगे. They are scared because they don't want to make a mistake. These IMs that you're targeting, they're more than you, scared more than you. Why? Because they don't want to make that one wrong selection that comes in the newspapers. उनकी एक wrong selection can be headlines for tomorrow. That is why they are very rigorous, very, very particular about the selection. They don't want to select a bad element, wrong element. Right? So wherever, if they find a gap, they'll be definite to reject you. So they don't give them those gaps. Even if you score a 99.5 plus percentile and don't know the basics about things around you, that's an excuse for you to get rejected. And then you cannot blame this whole process, CAT process, कि यार CAT ही ऐसा है और IIMs तो ऐसा ही करते हैं, जनरल इंजीनियर में के साथ ऐसा करते हैं, तो कुछ भी नहीं है. And of course, to get there is difficult, but if you are there, it's in your hands. When I was studying at MDI, there was a guy who had scored 99.8 and he was at MDI. He got rejected by IIM, ABCL, SI. Couldn't crack those interviews, but he could crack MDI. Right? So the thing is, your journey starts now. If you think that no, you're going to do English later, you're going to do GK later, कोई course ले लेंगे 15 दिन में GK crack कर लेंगे, कोई फायदा नहीं है उस चीज का. Especially if you're targeting top 10 colleges. If you're not targeting top 10 colleges, it's fine. Don't read or read irregularly. Don't be consistent. It's absolutely okay. If you're targeting great colleges, I don't know if you know, but it's very difficult. IIM Rohtak ki cutoff is 97 percentile there. Like it's a joke to get into IIMs now, top IIMs. जनरल इंजीनियर मेल की तो हालत टाइट हुई पड़ी है इस देश में. सीटें नहीं बची उसके लिए. राइट? तो भाई कंपटीशन तुम्हारा स्टार्ट हो चुका है. और अगर तुम्हारा 10 12 और ग्रेजुएशन में 80 85 प्लस नहीं है तो पहली बात IIM भी तो भूल जाओ. राइट? थोड़ा जमीन पे आ जाओ, थोड़ा रियलिस्टिक हो जाओ. टारगेट सी ऑनवर्ड. सी जाने के लिए भी you'll need 99.6 plus. If your 10 12 is not above 80 85, right, then forget IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore. Even if you score 100, your chances are very bleak. Are bleak. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about this. Let's come back to this. So we have understood, we have interpreted the set now. Let's look at the first question. If all the buys were given in the first round itself, then how many buys were given? Read this question. Let me know what you think is the answer. Again, a CAT level question. If this appears in CAT, this is going to be a medium level question. Not an easy level question. Easy to medium, I would say, because थोड़ा common हो गया अभी. Okay, take a minute, understand what is going on here. And we have done this, right? Directly or indirectly, we have, I would say, addressed this kind of a set if you attended my last class. कौन है? विनीला चौधरी. नहीं बेटा, ट्रूथ नहीं है आंसर. सोचो सोचो. अगर मैं मौका ही ना दूं कोई बाय होने का, सारे buys that are possible are given the first round. First round is when there are 38 players. तीन 18 20 16 करने हैं ना. 16 करने हैं. 4. Okay. नहीं, 4 भी नहीं आंसर. Shreyas, understand. Shreyas ने बोला 4. Let's try to understand. I give 4 buys in first round. That means out of 38 players, I set to 4 players. Bye-bye. We'll see you in the next round. You are by default moving to the next round. Okay. So 38 minus 4. That means 34 players will play round number 1. right? Now, when 34 players will play round number 1, it's a knockout round, right? So every match will lead to one winner, one loser. So 34 players are playing. That means there will be 17 matches. 17 pairs will be formed. That means there will be 17 winners. Now, the 17 winners and 4 people who were given the bye, now they will combine in round number 2. 17 plus 4 is 21 in round number 2. और round number 2 में there are 21 players. भाई odd number players को कैसे बढ़ाऊं आपस में? So I'll have to give more buys. But it's not possible because the question says all the buys are given in the first round itself. So you cannot give any buy in second round. Rishika Bed, same logic. तुम्हारा तो फर्स्ट राउंड में ही नहीं आगे बढ़ पाएगा. If you give 7 buys in round number 1, that means 38 minus 7. 31 players are left to play in round number 1. How will you make them play? Odd number of players. You can't form pairs. Thirty seconds more, guys. सोचो सोचो. Okay, let's see. So you remember when we started our discussion on games and tournaments, the number of players that I used to take was either 16 or 32 or 64, right? Or 128. Do we know why? Because these are 2 raised to power something, right? 2 raised to power something को जब तुम हाफ करते जाओगे, मतलब पेयर्स बनाते जाओगे, तो एक टाइम आएगा, सी नंबर्स का पावर है ये, मतलब बेसिक्स है नंबर्स के. तो एक टाइम आएगा when you'll get one winner, right? So in the first class, there was no concept of bias that we discussed. Why? Because we always discuss the number of pairs in 2 raised to power something, right? Now in this question, I see 38, which is not 2 raised to power something. Okay. And the question is asking me to give all the buys in round number 1 so that there's no buy happens in the subsequent rounds. What should I do? Okay. Let's see. So round number 1 may I have to give all the buys. All right. Now number 2, so I cannot give any buys. So no buys matlab this has to become 2 raised to power something. Right? So that in subsequent rounds वो divide होता जाएगा and will eventually give me one final winner. And there'll be no scope of, or there'll be no room for any other buy later. Buy only happens when you don't have 2 raised to power something. Okay. So 38 को ऐसे कैसे तोड़ूं? Right? That some people are automatically moved to the next round. and other people have to play matches against each other. And this number of players is 2 raised to power something. 2 raised to power something. Okay. Now 2 raised to power something less than 38. First possibility is 32. Right? Which is राउंड नंबर 1 में कुछ प्लेयर्स को 22 देके आगे बढ़ो, बाकी प्लेयर्स को आपस में मैच खिलाओ, सो दैट इन नेक्स्ट राउंड देयर आर 32 प्लेयर्स. इज इट पॉसिबल? इज इट पॉसिबल?
Sir,
क्यों?
so their total players are only 38.
तो
Round 2 में 32 कैसे हो सकते हैं?
मैं तो पूछ रहा हूँ तुझसे, ये तो सवाल है. मुझसे क्या पूछ रहा तू? ये ऐसे नहीं कर सकता मैं. आई गिव 26 बायस. 38 minus 26. How many players are left? 12 players.
12.
और मैंने 12 प्लेयर्स को बोला भाई मैचेस खेलो आपस में. 26 buys. So there'll be 26 players who will move to round number 2 without doing anything in round number 1. Right? And there'll be 12 matches out of which 6 winners will be chosen. So 26 plus 6, 32 players will be there in round number 2. Yeah, guys.
Yes, sir.
Anybody has any question?
सर
Hmm.
सर अगर हम 32 को ट्रांसफ़र करें और मतलब 26 को आपने बोला 32 जाएंगे राउंड 2 में.
English.
So like you had said 32 will go into the round 2.
Hmm.
32 is the combined one after removing the buys. Well, 32 is including the buys or the people who have won and gone plus the buys.
तू बता. First, I would say phrase your question well. take 15 seconds, then ask the question. Vaishnav, okay? We're waiting for you. Whenever you're ready.
So I just wanted to know, like in the round 1, 8 people have got a buy. Like how many did we give buy?
Round 1, 8 people got a buy.
नहीं सर, मतलब राउंड 1 में कितने को बाय दिया हमने? 32 के लिए.
तुझे क्या सुनाई दिया?
सर मिस कर दिया मैंने.
8 क्या कर रहा था?
नहीं सर, मैं यही देख रहा था लेकिन वो सडनली दिमाग से हट गया. वो आपने
मैं तो
32
क्या कर
लिखा
रहा?
तो स्ट्राइक किया 1 मिनट.
तू तेरी आवाज से ऐसा लगा बेड पे लेटा हुआ तू.
नहीं सर, मैं सीधा ही बैठा हूँ.
अच्छा, हाथ में पेन पेपर है कि ऐसे ही बस
है सर, पेन पेपर है.
शार्क टैंक जैसे देख रहा है?
पेन
चलो
पेपर है सर.
अच्छा. 8 तो बेटा स्क्रीन पे भी नहीं लिखा. बट एनीवेज, let me repeat this. So the Vaishnav Raju, please mute yourself. Noise coming from your end. Okay. So the buy concept comes into picture. अबे ये कौन खतरनाक बंदा है वीडियो में? ये तो दिखाने के लिए तूने खोला है ना कि ये तू बैठा हुआ है, लेटा नहीं हुआ. वैष्णव राजू. See, the buy concept comes into picture when you don't have a number of players in 2 raised to power something sequence. ठीक है? Why? Because अगर 2 raised to power something number of players होंगे किसी भी राउंड में, then उनके पेयर्स बनाएंगे, डिवाइड बाय 2 हो जाएगा. तो डिवाइड बाय 2 number of pairs will be formed. Then that number will move forward, which will again be 2 raised to power something. It will again be divided by 2 to form number of pairs. Now that will become again 2 raised to power something. So ऐसे करते करते finally one player will be selected as a winner. But buy comes in when the number of players is not 2 raised to something. So 38 is not 2 raised to something. Right? Can I represent 38 as 2 raised to something? Decimal, yes, but not in whole number. Humans cannot be cut into decimal forms. No? We were talking about players. It's either 1 player or 0 player, or 2 players or 3 players, natural numbers, right? So 38 cannot be represented as 2 raised to something. So I need to make sure that in round number 1, I do something in a way that round number 2 onwards, I get 2 raised to something. So that I don't have to worry about buys anymore. जैसे ही नंबर ऑफ प्लेयर्स 2 रेस पर समथिंग हो जाएंगे, बायस की पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है. फर्स्ट क्लास में देखा था हमने, बाय तो डिस्कस भी नहीं करा था फर्स्ट क्लास में. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी वर टेकिंग नंबर ऑफ प्लेयर्स एट 16, 32, 64 टाइप्स, which is always 2 रेस for something. Okay. Now 38. Now round number 1 के बाद, when we move to round number 2, of course the number of players will be less, right? So 2 raised for something that I can think of is either 32 or 16 or 8 or 4 or 2 or 1. Can it be 64? No. With 38 players खेले और round number 2 में 64 players कैसे हो जाएंगे? It's not possible. Right? So greater than 38 is not a possibility. Less than 38 is a possibility. So let's try to make round number 2 में 32 players. I want that round number 2 has 32 players. Vaishnav Raju, समझो. I want that in round number 2, I get 32 players. Why 32 players, sir? Why not 34? Why not 33? Again, I need number of players to be 2 raised for something. How can I make sure that in round number 2, I have 32 players? इसके लिए round number 1 में कुछ arrangement करना पड़ेगा. This is what I'll do. I'll ask 26 players that you take buys. Bye-bye. See you in the next round. So 26 players move to round number 2 automatically without doing anything in round number 1. And then 38 minus 26, 12 players are asked to play matches against each other. And knockout format. 12 players will form pairs. How many pairs will be formed? 6 pairs. So 6 matches will be played. 6 matches will give me 6 winners. So the 6 winners will move forward in round number 2. So in round number 2, I'll have 26 from buys and 6 from winning the matches. 6 winners. So 26 plus 6, I'll have 32 players. This is what I wanted. Now I'll have no buys in subsequent rounds. So 32 divided by 2, 16, divided by 2, 8, divided by 2, 4, divided by 2, 2, divided by 2, 1 winner, finally. No buy is now required. All the buys have happened in round number 1. Okay.
ठीक है सर, got it.
Okay, guys.
Sir,
Anybody else? हाँ, तान्या आनंद होगी है. Let's see.
sir,
Sorry, Aditi, तान्या. बोलो.
sir, this question, in this question we applied the, we understood it by, suggesting that we took the square of 2 till 32. But if we had to understand it by doing it in a longer way, as in if first we wrote 1 to 19 and then we understood, if we had to do like this, then how would we have found the answer?
क्या?
अगर 1 से 38 तक मतलब 1 to 19 लिखकर समझना होता 22 को, तो वो कैसे समझते मतलब?
नहीं होगा इसमें, वैसे नहीं समझेंगे, इसमें ऐसे समझेंगे. You need to
ओ-
understand. Not every. See, अगर हर गेम्स एंड टूर्नामेंट का एक ही तरीका होगा करने का, तो फिर कैट कैट थोड़ी होगा. Every set is unique, right? What I taught you in terms of 1 against 19, 1 against 38 is a more general concept. That is to start off your learning of games and tournaments. And now as you advance, you will start learning these different ways, new ways. And you'll be surprised. Whatever I'm teaching you will not be as in cat. Then you'll come back and say, "Arey, sir, mind works mein bekar padhate hain." What we are here for is to learn the thought process. I can guarantee you what I'm teaching you will not appear in cat. तुम मुझसे आज लिखवा लो आज क्या डेटा है. 11:30 बज रहे हैं 19 February का. Please, this session is getting recorded. I'm giving you a guarantee that 99% of things that I want to teach you directly will not appear in cat. It's a thought process that will be of use. The reason I tell you when you quickly give me answers, I tell you to please wait, to please think, because whatever you're learning is going to be of no use if you don't learn the thought process. If you are focused on, writing the answer, coming to the answer, and then going and having chai samosa during the class, right? You're gonna be disappointed after 6 months. You'll realize कि यार इतना पैसा खर्च दिया, इतना effort, time डाल दिया, लेकिन आया समझ में कुछ भी नहीं. मॉक टेस्ट देने बैठे हैं और एक भी सेट नहीं हो रहा. Why? Because thought process पे ध्यान नहीं दिया तुमने, right? You'll see a lot of coaching centers giving you guarantee कि हमारे कोचिंग सेंटर में से जो हम पढ़ा रहे हैं 90% गारंटी देते हैं, 80% गारंटी देते हैं कि सेट्स आएंगे. अरे कोई दे नहीं सकता आज की डेट में गारंटी. CAT has become unique that way. It was until 2017-18 when anybody could be certain, any coaching center could be certain कि भाई ये पढ़ाएंगे most likely इसमें से 50% चीज़ें आ जाएंगी. आज की डेट में नहीं है. CAT has become very very random generator होता है ना, इंजीनियर्स को पता होगा, वो हो गया CAT. ऐसा लग रहा है कोई मशीन में वो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट्स डालते हैं और सेट बन के आते हैं, right? So again, focus on the thought process. Don't focus on rectifying 1-2 things that I teach you here. Right? Learn how I'm arriving at that thing. What is the thought process? कैसे सोच रहा हूँ मैं, कैसे बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, क्या इग्नोर कर रहा हूँ मैं, किस चीज़ पे फोकस कर रहा हूँ मैं. That is what you need to do. So sitting in this, especially in my session, without pen and paper is going to be futile, is going to be useless. And this is how I learned. My first attempt in CAT was 93 point something percentile. दुनिया ने बोला कि भाई इससे ज़्यादा तो तू ला ही नहीं सकता. Please take admission in IMT Ghaziabad. That was what I'm getting at that time. But I knew I could do better. So I appeared again. And next year also, it's not like something great that I achieved, but I scored a 98 point something and I got into MDI Gurgaon. उसके बाद से I've been taking CAT and been scoring in excess of 99. But जब मैं 98 लाया था, that is when I had a lot to lose. That was my last attempt. I had gathered 4 years of work experience already. Right? So the point is कि the way I learned was, again, my teachers told me initially कि drop pen and paper. Right? TSD का क्वेश्चन पढ़ाते थे, मेरे को बोलते थे कि you don't have to pick up pen and paper, think, just think. And then I would like, अरे सर पेन पेपर दे दो, मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, बस मुझे लिखना है, लिख के आ जाएगा आंसर. दिल भी लाइक नहीं, लिखना नहीं है, तूने बस सोचना है. Right? So focus, that is something I carried with myself. कि दिमाग पे जब तक जोर नहीं डलेगा ना, आज की डेट में जो कि सोशल मीडिया का जमाना है, अटेंशन स्पैन इज ऑफ ओनली 10 सेकेंड्स 12 सेकेंड्स. राइट? न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ने की आदत नहीं है, हमें तो इन शॉर्ट्स पढ़ने की आदत है, राइट स्वाइप करने की आदत है ऐसी ऐप्स में. तो वी नॉट फोकसिंग, वी आर नॉट एबल टू सिट फॉर हाफ एन आवर एंड स्टडी. तुम भी फेस करोगे अभी. आई थिंक यू नॉट स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग रिगरसली, बट होगा तुम्हारे साथ भी है. So that is where what I'm teaching you will come to help you. Okay, anyways, any other questions, guys? बहुत टाइम है तुम्हारे पास, अभी स्ट्रेस लेने की जरूरत नहीं, बट थोड़ा सा improve your ways of learning is all. I'm stopping screen share. I'll keep the session open for another 2 minutes if you guys have any questions. If not, feel free to drop off. The session is over. I'll see you guys, I think, tomorrow. Let's see. The session Friday 10 p.m. DI makes sense.
Sir, I had a question.
बहुत लंबा कोई क्वेश्चन मत पूछिए मुझसे टू
नहीं,
रिपीट.
लंबा क्वेश्चन नहीं है.
हाँ,
ये 26 पे अराइव करने का तो यही सिंपल फंडा है ना कि रिटर्न ट्रायल करके वी आर
yeah.
गेटिंग दैट ओनली. बट इफ द नंबर इज टू हाई, आई थिंक कि हमें क्वेश्चंस बढ़ना चाहिए आगे.
तभी तो थॉट प्रोसेस काम आएगा ना.
हम्म.
तो समझाया मैंने कैसे ट्राई करा. मैंने भी आई थिंक ये क्वेश्चन बहुत टाइम बाद देखा आफ्टर लास्ट बैच जो कि हुआ था लास्ट ईयर. तो व्हेन आई आल्सो सॉ इट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, इट्स नॉट लाइक मेरे को भी
क्वेश्चन
आएगा
बैक ऑफ
आंसर.
द माइंड आ गया कि हमने जो बाइस लिए उसके अलावा
मैंने
जितने बचे थे उसके.
नहीं, तो मैंने 32 से स्टार्ट करा. मैंने बोला अगर मैं 32 को बाइस देता हूँ तो 6 को खिलाना पड़ेगा. 32 को नहीं दे सकता बाइस, बिकॉज मेरे को टोटल 32 करना है. सो आंसर हैज टू बी
हाँ हाँ, ये
लेस देन
गलती मैंने
32.
करी कि मैंने 6 वो 32 तो समझ में आ गया, बट ये दैट 6 वाज आई मीन कि 32 टोटल करना था अलोंग विद द बाइस ना. तो उसके लिए वो वी हैव टू गेट दैट. समझ गया
ठीक
सर
है,
मैं.
तो
ओके.
सुनी ना मेरी, समझ में आ गया ना तेरे को?
हाँ, समझ में आ गया सर. थैंक यू.
ठीक है, तो समझ में आ गया, बढ़िया. Anybody else? Guys, any questions?
No sir, thank you. Good night.
Right. Thank you. See you guys on Friday. Bye bye.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, अगर बाय की जगह आउट रहता तो भी यही फॉर्मूला लगता।
क्या रहता?
अगर बाय की जगह क्वेश्चन में आउट रहता कि नॉकआउट कर देते हैं तो आई मीन आई एम आस्किंग रिगार्डिंग द फॉर्मूला कि ये फॉर्मूला बस इस बाइस में ही रेलेवेंट है या फिर हर जगह इसको यूज कर सकते हैं।
बेटा अदिति, इट्स गुड टू बी क्रिएटिव बट डोंट गेट टू क्रिएटिव। कि नॉकआउट, ये पता नहीं तुमने क्या बोला, इट डजंट मेक सेंस, राइट? सो कंट्रोल योर थॉट्स। समझो कि ये बाय कॉन्सेप्ट क्या होता है। पहले तो बाय गूगल करो, बाय इन विंबलडन, लर्न द डेफिनेशन। बाय की जगह कुछ और थोड़ी दे देंगे विच डजंट मेक सेंस इन।
नो सर, आई गॉट इट व्हाट बाय मींस।
तो फिर
गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विदाउट being without participating in the game.
अच्छा, और तुम्हारा भी रैंडम क्वेश्चन क्या था, क्रिएटिव क्वेश्चन?
Sir, I asked if instead of buy, they give if someone gets out of the game. I mean, I was asking regarding the formula, that the formula which we are using here, like,
तो मैं तो फॉर्मूला को यूज ही नहीं कर रहा,
I
क्या
mean, not the
फॉर्मूला?
formula, not the formula, but the concept which we are using here.
हम्म
Regarding that, I was asking, like, इसको केवल बाय में यूज कर सकते हैं या फिर अगर किसी क्वेश्चन में आउट है तो उसमें भी यूज कर सकते हैं क्या?
मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा मेरे को what you're trying to say। किसी और को समझ में आ रहा है? कैन समवन एक्सप्लेन टू मी व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू
यस सर,
आस्क?
ये
हाँ
समझ
बोलो,
में आ रहा है। व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू से इज के
तेज तेज बोल।
व्हाट शी इज ट्राइंग टू से मतलब उसको ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि हम 2 के पावर्स में क्यों ले रहे हैं, क्योंकि उसको
Okay. यही
क्योंकि
क्वेश्चन है
उसमें
आपकी?
ये उसको वो ये सीक्वेंस उसको समझ नहीं आ रहा शायद कि वो अल्टीमेटली हाफ हाफ रिड्यूस होता चल जाएगा, इसलिए उसको हम 2 के पावर में लेते हैं।
ओके, अदिति, इज दैट योर क्वेश्चन?
नो सर, वो टू वाला तो समझ आ गया। वी आर
देगा नहीं,
प्लेइंग।
तेरे को भी नहीं आया समझ में। हाँ अदिति, कोई और ट्राई करेगा?
Yes, so I think she wants to ask, can we use it as a synonym? Means the word buy की जगह हम out, can we use it as a synonym? I think it's like that.
अदिति, इज दैट योर क्वेश्चन?
नो सर।
पता था ये नहीं पूछ रही हूँ, मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है क्या पूछ रही है। तो सी, आई थिंक व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू आस्क इज कि फिर से पूछो एक बार जरा, एक बार जरा ध्यान देंगे हम इस बार।
सर, आई एम आस्किंग दैट जो बाय है, अगर आउट उसकी जगह क्वेश्चन आए कि अगर जो जो आउट हो रहे हैं उसकी जगह यही फॉर्मूला इस्तेमाल हो सकता है क्या?
कौन आउट हो रहा है? आउट
सर
आउट?
एलिमिनेशन लगता है उसने पूछा है, एलिमिनेशन।
ये बैट बॉल थोड़ी खेल रहे हैं जो आउट हो रहा है कोई। यू मीन नॉकआउट?
यस सर।
तो नॉकआउट के लिए तो मैच खेलना पड़ेगा ना। यू कैंट बी नॉकड आउट विदाउट प्लेइंग अ मैच ना। यू कैन ओनली बी फॉरवर्डेड टू द नेक्स्ट राउंड which is called a bye without playing a match, but you cannot be eliminated without playing a match. Is that a question?
यस सर।
हाँ, so there is no concept of eliminating without giving you a chance, right? So the authorities have to be fair, right? So what they do is they either move you forward without you playing any match, one, or you have to play a match. There's no third thing where तुम आराम से बैठे हुए हो टेबल पे अपने घर पे कि कल मैच है मेरा और अथॉरिटीज कह रही हैं सॉरी हमारे पास इक्वल नंबर ऑफ प्लेयर्स नहीं है, वी कांट फॉर्म पेयर्स, सो आदिति यू नॉट गोना प्ले टुमारो। दैट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। मेक सेंस?
यस सर।
ओके चलो, शुक्र है भगवान का समझ में आ गया। ओके, I'll see you guys on Friday, guys. Good night, have fun, and keep learning. Good luck. Bye bye.